and welcome to Trail Grazers, where we focus on great food on the trail and take you with us on our trips. Like today, we're standing out here in this beautiful forest, and guess what we're going to do?
I don't know. What are we going to do?
It's all your fault.
It's my fault. Oh, no, that's nice to know.
A couple of videos ago, when we were up in Bryce, and we were walking along the trail, I came upon a ponderosa pine that had sort of an orangish bark, and I made the comment about how you can tell that ponderosas that have orangish bark are generally around 100 years old or more. And Jim just got so interested in how you know and coring trees, and I've done a lot of coring, and he never has. And I thought that he had been with us on some of our trips when we did coring, but you say you've never seen it.
Never. Heard about it, but never seen it.
Okay.
Never done it.
A scientist who ages trees and studies the age of trees is called a dendrochronologist. Dendro meaning tree, chronology meaning time. And there's a PhD dendrochronologist out of Canada that has done lots of really wonderful work on ancient trees. Anyway, dendrochronology is really, really useful for a number of reasons. So we're out here today so that Jim can core his first tree.
Core my first tree.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling devastated that we're going to core a tree.
Oh, no, you don't need to feel devastated at all.
We're not going to hurt the tree?
No. Studies, in fact, that's actually a good point. Studies have been done that show that doing a core of a tree, we take out just a little column that's about as big around as a straw. And in this same dendrochronologist out of Canada has done studies and has determined that coring a tree does not hurt it any more than losing a little tiny branch in the wind. And so it doesn't hurt a thing.
So their feelings aren't hurt.
Their feelings are not hurt. And the PhD biologist who taught me how to do it always puts a little branch in the hole, finds a little twig and sticks it in the hole so that it's not a doorway for insect infestation. But the PhD out of Canada says that within just a few days, that whole little cavity that we're going to pull the core from fills up with sap in just a matter of 2 or 3 days. Okay. So the tree is going to be fine.
The tree is going to be fine.
So are you excited?
I'm excited.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous.
Are you happy? Seems like everything I suggest is what you are. I'm
just worried about the feelings of the tree.
All right, so we're going to go over to the tailgate of the truck, and I'm going to show you the tool that Jim is going to be using, and then we're going to pick a tree around here.
There are a number of trees.
So
we have here, this one, couple down there.
Yeah, we're surrounded in ponderosa pines that have orangish bark. So let's go back over to the truck and I'll show you what you're going to be doing.
Okay, that sounds great. So what are we going to do?
All right, so this is the tool. It is called an increment borer, and this one is a 14-inch. I've had this for 30 years. When I bought this, and you can tell that it's a little bit worn for wear, and I bought this about 30 years ago. It was $70, and that was extraordinarily expensive back in those days. Now these things are over $300 to $400. So this is how this tool works. You unscrew this little piece and pull it out. Now this is shaped. Has a little ditch right here, and this is called the extractor piece because I'll tell you how we use that in just a minute. And then this comes out. This is the borer. You can see the screw tip right here. This is what goes into the tree. And this becomes your handle. And so you come from the back side and fit this in, and then it becomes a T. And you come up to the tree about shoulder level for you, because you're going to be...
need enough leverage.
You need enough leverage, so you don't want it too high or too low, where it's right comfortable for you. And you can even pick some of the bark out of the way, because we don't really care about the bark, or the bark on these trees is so in and out-ish. That's a highly scientific term, in and out-ish. That you can...
Do you get hamburgers there?
You can find a place that where the bark isn't as thick and go in there. And then you just go straight in. When we get up to the tree, I'll show you a little bit more.
Okay.
Once you turn this and turn this and turn this, and hopefully you'll go right straight into the core. Then when you are done, you stop and you back it out a half a turn. And then you take the extractor and you slip it. There's a hole right here because this is hollow. And the core is now up inside this part. And you just slip this extractor in. It goes under the core. You twist it a little bit and then pull it out. And your core is resting nicely right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's go over to a tree. All right, here you go. Now hold on. Your extractor's inside. You need to pull
Yeah.
that out. And just lean it up against a tree.
Okay, you're not going to hold it for
I'll
me?
hold it, honey.
I'd rather...
When I was doing a lot of extracting, I had all that flagging tape.
Mm-hmm.
Bright pink, red tape through here along tails so that
Yeah.
I leaned it up
Yep.
against a tree so it was easily visible.
Yes.
Okay, so now this tree is, this big,
Yeah.
is this deep. The core is right in the middle.
Yeah.
It is easy to miss a core, so easy to miss the centerpiece. So if we miss it, we miss it, but we'll be able to tell by how the rings are arranged whether or not we missed it. So you can use this to kind of judge, knowing that this is the full length. So when you get in deep, we can estimate whether or not you have hit the middle part of the tree.
Yeah, I was concerned about that.
Yeah, so what you're hoping to do is angle this so that it goes right through that middlemost core.
Okay, angle meaning what?
To this side or to this side. So you want to line it up to where you're going to hit that middle. So use your eyeball and pick out the angle that you think you have the best chance of hitting the very center.
I guess right here.
Okay, so go ahead and start, and you just go straight in.
Oh, it's not as difficult as I thought.
It really usually isn't. Doing great. Let me know when you're ready to test to see how deep you are.
So what does that indicate?
Oh, it just is the sound of the wood. It's pressure against the wood of the tool that you're putting in
Okay.
there. That's a very common sound. Okay, let's check. Okay, so you're about to there. So I would say, using this to judge, that you're right about at the center. So you're probably going to want to go about 2 inches more.
How do I know what 2 inches is?
We'll test again. Want to test again? Okay, so I think you need to go more. I think you're there, but do another inch or two, another couple of turns, just to be sure. Okay, now I think we're ready to back it out. So turn it the other way,
Yeah.
just really
Half
sharp.
turn?
Do it a sharp. Okay, that's good. And just another one for good luck. Okay, now here's your extractor. Slide that in and be sure that the valley is facing downward. All the way in.
Yeah, it's not going any farther.
Okay, so pull it out and see if you got the core.
Nothing there. Got a little bit.
Okay, empty that out. So back it out another little bit. Other way. Back it out. Reverse.
So this was reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was turning it to the right.
Okay, so reverse it. And try it again. Be real sure that you're not going to bend that. Okay.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
holding it.
I can tell you're being careful. Okay, now this time, turn this back and forth just a little bit. Okay, get underneath it now and pull it out.
Underneath it.
Like you are.
There's nothing there. This is worse than a dipstick.
Okay, let me at it for a minute. Well, this is just being real stubborn.
So let me hold this.
Nope, we're not going to get this core.
So what seems to be the problem?
I've never had one do this before.
So do we need to... Maybe it's hollow on the inside. There we go. Oh, there we are.
All right. So there, we got it. But we didn't get the whole thing. So let's hang on to this for a minute. Okay, it's clear. So that's as much as we got. Let's take that back to the
To the straw.
okay, let's take it back over here and take a look.
So, yeah.
We did not get to the center. Rings are very clear, but we can't get a good count on this one because we didn't get to the center. It broke off. You got to the center, but we weren't able to pull it clear from the center. It broke off and stayed inside. So okay, let's try another one. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. Put your hand down so the camera can see it. Okay, it's coming out, it's coming out. Keep going. Woohoo! You did great. Okay, now we have a break. Let's take it back over to the truck and look at it. Okay, I think our core is right here. So I'm going to just measure this.
So you're saying the core being the center.
The center, the very center. So if I were still doing this professionally, I would glue that down to a piece of balsa wood and then glue the pieces together that have come apart, sand the top off, stain it so that I could really count the rings and get an accurate count.
Okay.
So do you want to core one more? Just to
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get
And then we'll call
a
it good.
picture of that. Sure.
Okay, so hold the camera up there.
So that's okay.
So you can see the little individual rings pretty well right here. Then we ran into a knot right here. That's why
Is that what that is?
that was disturbed, yeah. But then over here, and it's very hard to see because we didn't get the whole centerpiece, but you can see that this is not a ring, that this is kind of a solid piece right here, and that would be the very center of the tree. So good job on getting the center, Jim. A lot of times, people, including me, have missed the center completely. So I'll have to, here are the rings you can, are a clearer maybe version of the ring. So there's one, you count the dark ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So if this much is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 90, and a rough guesstimate is between 90 and 100 years old. So it's wonderful here in the shade.
Yes, it is. It's very nice.
Over in the sun
Yeah,
where
it's
we were
getting
working,
pretty.
it was hot.
Yeah.
So we have 3 of your samples.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I guess fascinating.
It is
It's a
fascinating.
different kind of animal completely.
Yeah, it is. So when we get home, I'll glue those down and sand them. I'll show them to you at a later time. But my best estimate is that all 3 of them are between 90 and well over 100 years old. So that's pretty exciting to be around a 100-year-old tree.
Definitely.
It is for me.
Gives me pause to think about what's happened in the past 100 years.
I know, it has. And they're all older than I am, which makes me feel good.
Older than both of us.
All right, so we're going to find a little place for lunch, and I'm going to show you what we brought for lunch. It is on a trial basis. We're going to try it out to see if it warrants a video all of its own. So let's find a shady spot, a cooler spot, and have a little lunch.
Sounds good.
Okay, what we're trying, I fixed this for supper last night, and Jim had some suggestions for improving. These are left over from last night. So if we do a video for this, depending on how this goes, I will make those changes that Jim suggested. So what we are going to have is what I'm calling taco flats. And this is what they look like. They're just as flat as they can be in a taco shell, a corn tortilla that has been mashed flat with some of our freeze-dried carnitas meat and some cheese on the inside, and that is all. Well, I did add a little bit of taco seasoning, but Jim said that it was not flavorful enough, and so I'll be adding more hot stuff, maybe some sriracha sauce to it. Maybe that would
Okay.
help it. So I have 1 for me and 2 for Jim. So Jim, I'll just put mine on this little tray and you can have that.
Oh, okay.
And then I brought some regular salsa for Jim and some green salsa for me. And then we have some fruit, some cherries and some strawberries, and on the bottom is some cantaloupe. So we're going to go ahead and give these a taste test, and we'll see how they do. So here are some more of these wipes if we need any napkins.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to try them. So I'm dipping mine in my green sauce.
That's not too bad.
Not bad at all. They work cold.
Yeah, flour tortillas, from my view, would be even better.
We can try them with flour tortillas. I can do some both ways, and we can see which ones we like the best. So, I think we will do a video on this to show you how we do this. We'll give it another taste test on that video, and then we'll see how it goes. But these are great. These would be great to take with us on Blue for lunch, or on car trips, or day trips like we've done today. So we have some really nice fruit, some cherries and strawberries and cantaloupe.
The cherries taste good cold.
Yeah, they do. So we had a fun time up here. It's so cool with this little breeze in the shade. It's heavenly. It's nice to get out of the heat from home.
It is a very nice breeze.
So thank you so much for being with us. We hope you enjoyed Jim coring those trees, and we'll report back on them at a later time. So we will see you again very soon out there on the trail.
And I'll be sore forever.
Why? Your shoulders from... Oh, you poor thing. See you soon.
Take care.